have voter information session hosted by the Honorable Clay Helms, Assistant Director of Elections, also Supervisor of the Voter Registration Office of the Secretary of State, John H. Mill. Let's give him a hand as he comes forward, please.
How's everybody doing tonight? I thank Judge Hall and Miss Andy for inviting me, your hospitality. You can always tell a very well-planned event on the day of the event. So I see that's prevalent here. My topic may sound like it's a little bit boring, but it's pivotal, it's crucial. As you know, Election Day is coming up on November 6th, 2018, and a couple things come into play prior to the election. I'm going to hit on a couple of different bullets. First thing is voter registration. The voter registration deadline is October 22nd. So that's your deadline. You got to make sure that you're well prepared for that. You have all your ducks in a row. How do you make sure that happens? 3 ways basically to register to vote. You can go on our website, alabamavotes.gov. If you have a driver's license, you can actually go in and just enter your information there and submit it online. It's very simple. It takes you about 2 minutes total. If you don't have a license or you prefer the hard copy route, you can go on our website and you can print that off. You can actually fill it out online and print it off, or you can enter in the information request that we mail one to your address, or you can call us, or you can send me an email. I'm glad to mail you however many you need. But you just need to make sure that you submit that prior to Election Day. The third possibility is the Vote for Alabama app. It's a great app. It's available on Apple devices, Google devices, whatever you may have. If it's a smartphone, it's accessible. That's very important, very easy to use. There really is no excuse to not get registered prior to 10/22. We've made it as accessible and available as possible. So please spread the word to your family, friends. Help them understand that it is crucial that you go to vote on Election Day. You can choose who you want to vote for on Election Day, but my job is to make sure you have all the tools you need to make sure that you get it done. The next thing is pivotal. Making sure your information is correct. I get a lot of questions on Election Day and afterwards saying, I showed up at the polling place and my information was incorrect, my address was incorrect. A lot of people incorrectly assume that when you update your information at the post office or somewhere else, we automatically receive that. We don't. It really is pivotal that you go and you update your information anytime you move, whether it's 4 houses down or to a new county. You really got to update your information. And when you do that, you'll receive a new voter information card. And it'll tell you where your new polling place is, if that's changed. It'll tell you the districts that you vote for, all the things that you need to know before Election Day. The deadline to update your registration information is the same deadline, 10/22, October 22nd. If you postmark your update information form, your registration information form by that date, then it's good to go. It's just got to be in the mail or be in their hands by that deadline. Update your information online. It's the same process. You go to click on the Register to Vote button, that's how you update. You fill out the same form. So spread the word to your family, friends, that have them check and make sure that their information is correct. They can do that by going to our website. We have a specific tool that says find my polling place, check my registration information. And that basically you go in, you enter your first name, last name, date of birth, and it brings up your current information that's on file with us. If you see anything there that's incorrect or is outdated, immediately just go ahead and update that. I'm going to leave business cards here, so if any of you have questions about this later, just let me know. Next thing, photo ID. As you know, in Alabama, it's required. Specific government-issued photo ID, license, driver's license, non-driver's license, military ID, pistol permit, all these different types of things. I'm not naming them all, but they're all available on our website. The full list. If you have questions, again, please contact me. You need to have that before Election Day. Barry Hunt is here with the Registrar's Office. Their office is capable of producing and providing a free photo voter ID to anybody that does not have a current ID. We want to make ourselves as available to you as possible. That is required, so we want to make sure that we put one in your hands if you need us to. A couple of things are available on the website. Sample ballots. A lot of people have the question of, who's going to be on the ballot? Who am I going to be voting on? Me personally, I like to print off my sample ballot prior to the election and look these people up. Look who I'm going to vote for. Not only statewide, state, county, local candidates. You want to see who you're going to vote for. You want to make sure you're making the right choices. And you want to be comfortable when you go in the polling place. You really want to make sure that you know what the ballot's going to look like. You know who's going to be on there. All that is available on the website, alabamavotes.gov. You can go and you can print off a sample ballot. You can actually make your marks and take your own sample ballot in the polling place with you to help you feel comfortable on election day. Last thing I'll really hit on, disabilities. We recently made a pivotal push to increase our availability and accessibility to people with disabilities. We now have all of our election publications in Braille. If you have anybody that needs access to that, please reach out to us. And that was a tough thing to achieve and overcome, but that was a great step. We ensured that all counties, all polling places have what we call the auto mark machine in the polling place. And that helps anybody that's deaf, blind, visually impaired, they need larger print. That is a perfect machine to assist them to make sure that they can vote independently. They can go in, provide their ID, get their ballot, go to that machine, and it helps them vote by themselves. And they get to make their own choices. It's very important. So if you have anybody that wants to go to the polls, maybe someone with disability does not want to vote absentee, they want to go to the polls and vote independently. We've ensured that that is available to them, and if you have any issues with that, you can let the judge probate know, let us know, we're glad to help you. Publications-wise, what we have today, this is the voter registration form that I've discussed. We have it over there in that room. As I said, we do have it electronically, but this is available to you. If anyone wants to hold a voter drive, say you have people in your community that you know that you could get to better than I could. You know your community obviously better than I do. If you ever want to hold a voter drive, feel free to reach out to me. I will give you some of these voter registration applications and talk to you about the process for holding a voter drive. The main thing to know is don't hold on to it. People are relying on you when you hold a voter drive to take that form and get it to us or get it to your county registrars. If you hold on to that for 3 weeks, the election comes, they're not on the poll list, that's a problem. So they're relying on you. Please be responsible if you are holding a voter drive. That's most everyone is, but you have that availability to you. The voter guide pretty much explains everything that I've discussed thus far. It's online, but I have a box over there that are available to you as well. It covers pretty much everything, A to Z. Absentee voting, disability voting, polling place information, how our website works, when to register to vote, when the deadlines are, everything.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Laurie Hall, your probate judge, and I just wanted to thank our Huns for being here, and I just wanted to let you all know that if you have any questions about anything that he just spoke about, you certainly can contact him. This office is very accessible, but also you can reach that website on our local county's website. It's marengocountyal.com, or you can come find me. I'll be in the office all week, all day long. We're starting to get ready for the election now, or you can catch me afterwards. But certainly, if you have any questions, any concerns, we want everyone registered, everyone to get out to vote on November 6th. Thank you all.
Voter restoration, the Honorable Greg Griggers, District Attorney for Marengo County, here. Please come forward. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes.
Mayor Laney, Dr. Boyd. The first thing I want to do is just thank the people who are responsible for putting this together. I mean, it's such an outstanding event right here in Demopolis. And, you know, running for a circuit-wide office in no way compares to what these two gentlemen sitting up here are doing. I can't imagine the time and the effort they've already spent, and here we are really on the finishing leg of this thing for these two gentlemen, and they're sitting in the Demopolis. Can y'all give them another hand for that? And I think it's pretty obvious from what we're hearing from these two candidates that we've got a good chance come November 6th. Y'all, what I have been asked to talk about, I don't see Deborah Mitchell, but if she's here, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate you letting me be part of this. And I'm kind of going to feel like Pastor Watkins here. I'm going to fuss before I say anything about it. Voter restoration. You don't have to get them restored if you don't lose them. So the first thing I'm going to say as your DA is don't commit a crime to lose your rights in the beginning. And then you don't have to worry about what you have to do if you have to try and get them back. But now that I've fussed, I'll say this, and y'all, in all sincerity, I have nothing to do with that process, but the process itself is not complicated. Basically, in a nutshell, there are 46 offenses that are listed in the criminal code that causes a person to lose their right to vote. There's only 2 that forever causes you to lose your right to vote, and that's, I think, treason and impeachment. Seriously, anybody in this crowd is going to do that. And then there are some very serious offenses like murder and rape and the more serious sexual offenses that causes a person to lose their right to vote. And then the only way they can get their right restored to vote is they go to Board of Pardons and Paroles and get a full pardon, and then their voting rights are restored. But outside of that small 2 that you lose them forever, and then a list of, I think it's maybe 14 on the more serious felony offenses that cause you to have to go and get a pardon, the rest of those 46 are offenses like burglary, first and second degree, theft, first and second degree. The list is pretty long. I'm not going to list them. You can get online. It's pretty easy to find. But if you commit one of those offenses and you lose your right to vote, the process to get that back is you go and you make application at the Board of Pardons and Paroles. They're on a pretty tight deadline. Now, unfortunately, as we sit here, it's too late if you wanted to do that. Because I think they have 30 days to respond to a petition once a petition is filed to get your rights restored to vote. And they have to do an investigation and then they respond and you go before the board. It's either accepted or it's denied. But anybody that you know of that can go through that process, that needs to go through that process, that may mistakenly think that they've lost the right to vote, that they haven't. So many people think that if you commit a crime, you automatically lose your right to vote. It's just not true. It has to be one of those enumerated crimes in the statute. And that was significantly limited in 2017. They tweaked the definition of what is a crime involving moral turpitude, and it took away a lot of offenses that previously did cause you to lose your right to vote. So if you know anyone who's struggling with that, maybe thinks that they've lost their right when they haven't, please talk to them, tell them the information is very accessible. If they have, please tell them to go and pursue their avenue to get their votes restored, I mean the right to vote to restore. Because, I mean, what's worse than not have a say? Every time I've run for my office, I've always been so disappointed in the percentage of people that would turn out in Green, Sumter, Marengo County to vote. You go out there and you talk and you talk, and I know these gentlemen can sympathize or empathize with you, and you reach so few people compared to what could come and vote. We've got a lot of problems in this state. And the only way you can have a part in trying to be part of the change that these gentlemen can bring to this state is to get out and vote. And talk to people. Tell them, don't sit at home and watch TV. I know people get tired when they get home from work. They don't want to drag to the poll, but it's an important right. These types of events bring at least some recognition to that problem, but we all have a responsibility when we walk out the door. And that's to keep this word spreading and get the word out to people. Go vote. Y'all please do that. I appreciate y'all letting me be part of it.
This is Delindra Charcevina. I'm here with the OnPoint Channel News, and I'm here with Ms. Hall, and she's going to give you some information about what you need to do as far as voters, getting voter registration done, and how to contact her in her office. So can you give us some information that our voters here in Marengo County and the Blah Blah area need to do to get voter registration taken care of?
Perfect, glad to, thank you. So voters may need to make sure that they are registered to vote in the November 6th election by October 22nd. And to make that easy for you, you can go online to MarengoCountyAL.com. That's our county's website, and you can click from the home page, register to vote. That is to register or to update your information. That takes you to the Secretary of State's website, and you will be guided through the information that you need to get registered to vote. You can also find where your location is to vote from that website, and also other information about voting, including sample ballots. We also have sample ballots in the courthouse, and so you can pick those up if you'd like a hard copy.
Okay, and what's the deadline date for this?
October 22nd for registration for the November 6th election. If you miss that date, still get registered to vote. We'll always have more elections coming up.
That's so true. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And you have a great day.
Thank you.